Hello and welcome to Within, a horror game that I don't know how to describe other than there might be visual novel elements. I don't know. This creator does stuff like that. But this popped on my radar, so let's get started. Shall we? They abandoned the God who had made them. They sacrificed unto demons whom they knew not. Deuteronomy 32:15.
I hadn't heard from my brother in over 3 months, which wasn't unusual. Nick tends to disappear for months at a time, not returning my calls, and then he surfaces again as if nothing had happened. I've gotten used to it. I don't blame him, considering the childhood we had. I've read somewhere that siblings with shared traumatic pasts tend to grow apart faster when they're adults. Then, last night at around 3 a.m., he left a voice message. I heard it when I woke up a few hours later.
Maya, I hope you're okay. I know I haven't been in touch, but I just wanted to let you know. You may not hear from me again. For a while. I don't want you to worry, though. I'm in a spot of trouble, but nothing I can't handle. I'll figure it out. Whatever you do, don't come looking for me. I'll call you when things are right. I know I haven't said this enough, but I do love you. Always have. Goodbye, Maya.
I must have called him dozens of times, but there was no answer, and then his phone was switched off. I took the next available flight out early next morning. I didn't sleep a wink on the plane. I kept thinking about what kind of trouble he might be in. As soon as I landed, I checked into a motel and then took a cab to the last address I had for him. In the pre-dawn light, the city seemed to grow more decrepit the further in I went, like a thing whose core was growing rotten. I don't know what kind of trouble he's in, but when we were growing up, after Ma died, when it was just the two of us, he'd come to me when he was in real deep and needed saving. And I would save him.
Okay, I guess.
I should get this over with quickly. I'll find him, make sure he's okay, then head back. I'm already missing a day at work. Let's see, he should be at apartment 405.
Okay. Left click on objects in your surroundings to interact with them. Okay. So this is Within. The only thing I know about this game is the length. I know nothing else. I am scared.
Whose bright idea was it to leave this open? A child might fall in.
I think a child might be the least of our worries. I can't run, so 401, 402, 403, 404, 405. 405 is probably at the end. Which I can't run. And this is blocking my way.
Looks like there's a pipe busted up in there. It isn't a good idea to move this scaffold. It looks flimsy. I should just find another way around it.
So I guess we're gonna go around. Yeah. So, as I said, the only thing I know about this game is the time. And that's not the greatest thing to have. Because if you only know that it's horror and then you know the time, how long it'll take, you're estimating on how long the experience is. But you can't control anything. So I guess, first.
Hello?
That got me just a tiny bit. 407, 406.
Huh, where'd they go? There was someone just here.
405.
Well, this is it. I should just ring the doorbell, see if he answers.
Although if he's been drinking, I don't have much hope.
Ding dong.
I guess he's either not home, or he's sleeping off a drunken binge, which would not be entirely surprising. Maybe I should just try to open the door and let myself in.
Okay. 405. Okay. Oh.
Gosh, what is that smell? Nick? Nick, are you here?
This
There's
don't.
gotta be a light switch somewhere.
This doesn't look good. There's this. Oh. Oh.
How is
Okay.
he living like this? This is terrible.
Suitcase and with probably a picture of my character.
Didn't know he kept this old picture of Ma. This was taken maybe a year before she died, before the cancer started turning her into skin and bones.
Oh. Didn't expect that.
When Ma got sick, he was 8 and I was 15. We watched her waste away and die from cancer. We never knew our father. No kid should have to lose both parents so early. We moved in with Aunt Sheba after that. She mostly left us alone, so I had to pretty much raise him. Or at least I tried. I did the best I could, but hell, I was dealing with my own demons. I guess I made a pretty poor substitute for Ma.
Okay. And if he's packing up, there's a note over there. Go back. So, dude was not okay. From just my assumption, what I can see, from the unwashed dishes and the dirty plates and all the pizza boxes, this dude was not just drinking; he was running from something. Prepare to open. Do not open. Go back. Close. No mirrors. Either a design choice to prevent so they don't have to program it and you don't see the character, or there's a reason. A note. Do not open. Go back.
Right, like this is gonna keep me out.
I like how how the main character is just like, yeah, like this is gonna do anything.
Nick, are you in there? Are you okay? Open this door.
Okay.
I guess I should find some other way to get it open.
It looks like it has a keyhole, so I guess we have to find a key. Is it in here?
Looks like he's literally living out of a suitcase at this point. He told me he was making money on a freelance web development gig. Was that all a lie? What's he doing with the money he gets?
Running.
Why can't he get a bed like a normal person?
I don't know. This is a very small apartment. Dirty plate.
I think I just lost my appetite.
Maybe the keys in the garbage?
First thing I'm going to help him do is clean this place up. That alone should bring some positivity to his life situation.
I'm trying to find where a key would be. Because if we have to open the door, that means we need a key, and they open...
I guess I should find some other way to get it open.
Yeah, you need a key. We analyzed that. What about the dishes? Is there anything over here? Any bottles and cans? Maybe...
Well, there you go. Looks like he's fallen off the wagon again. Oh, Nick. I sometimes think if he hadn't had that accident, if his best buddy Alex hadn't been killed, things might have turned out different for him. He was 16, driving home from a party. Alex in the passenger seat.
Oh.
Nick had no business being behind the wheel that night. He was drunk out of his mind.
Alex was killed on the spot. Nick survived, but he could never forgive himself for Alex's death. With Ma gone, I was supposed to be the parent, rein him in.
I should have been tougher with him. I messed up there. I guess I neglected him when it mattered. That's on me.
Yeah. That image, dude. Like, that's just... Then you turn it on and you just see... Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. What?
Hello? Nick, are you in there? Quit playing.
I messed with the switch and walked over there because I didn't think, and now I was like all cool at the beginning of this, like, oh, it's fine, it's chill. I'm not feeling fine and chill anymore. I ain't feeling it no more.
Jeez.
What the
Hello? Hello? How did this door open?
This is like,
There's gotta be a light switch somewhere.
Deathborg, Infiltrator, Satanism, Death.
Well, at least I know where all his money's going. But where the hell is he?
Game console. So he has a room for a bed. He just turned it into an office. I don't like the webcam there. The webcam's on. 4 degrees. All the posters too.
I see his taste in music hasn't changed. All the death metal and occult stuff he was always into.
Occult. It's occult. But okay. Guitar and amp, game console.
He used to love these consoles growing up. He'd spend hours locked into those games. I guess it was an escape for him after Ma passed and we were living at Aunt Sheba's. The worst period of our lives. He was such a quiet kid back then.
It feels like Aunt Sheba, the way she's mentioning it, she wasn't abusive, she was just neglectful. I would like to know the ties, because it could have been this mom's sister, or sister-in-law, so it's the father's sister. Like, that's, I don't know. It needs to be explained.
I wonder if he still actually plays. He was obsessed with the guitar for a while in school, formed a band. They weren't all that good. Lasted all of 6 months.
As I said before it cut off. You don't have to explain something. It feels like something is off here. The computer. Gotta turn it on. Oh.
I should check this computer. Maybe it'll give me some clue to what's going on with him. A USB drive? Let me see if I can find one.
Okay, so what he did, it looks like, is set it so Windows and all its process... I can walk through the chair. Windows and all its processes were connected to a boot drive.
Just trash. I'm not digging through that.
You're not digging through the trash. Your brother's missing.
This looks days old.
SteelSeries. Keyboard and mouse.
A USB drive? Let me see if I can find one.
Can't I click on something without having huge amounts of you just speaking? Come on. Magazines?
Random drawer junk. Nothing useful.
The main character in this, not good, decent voice actress, but I'll be honest, it's a bit grating to constantly, if I click on something, I shouldn't hear the same phrase and be locked into it again. I should just be able to look and then maybe close it with maybe the opposite button. So like, click on it, close it with right, but yeah. Junk drawer, junk drawer. Oh, USB.
This could be it.
Could be it? It's the only USB in this freaking room. Huh. Let's do it. Sandbox OS. Safety, security, and anonymity. So this is not probably a regular OS. Game.exe and playlog. I finally got it all set up. The Sandbox OS, a secure, heavily modded Linux variant running as a VPC. The game contained within. This may be overkill, but it's better to be cautious considering the urban legend around this game. A single exe file, not very cleverly named. No instructions. To think it took me nearly 6 months to track it down on the dark web. The things I had to trawl through to find it. Things I don't think I can ever unsee. I don't have much hope for humanity anyway. We're broken beyond redemption. I'll continue taking notes in these text files. If this game is the real deal, I can later use them to compose a post documenting my journey for the r/occult subreddit. Anyway, first things first. I have to get the game to work. It keeps crashing when I click it. The lore says it works at random. You just have to keep clicking. The code is probably corrupt. The stories about the game are fascinating, if not profoundly disturbing. For example, a guy who played it. So we have corruption and corruption at the beginning. Oh. Click to start. Okay. It's a game within a game. A game within a game, a game within a game. Those are satanic markings for the face. Da 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 da. I'm assuming I have to go back somewhere. No. So they gave me this room. I think over maybe. I wonder what that says. That's some. It's saying something backwards. I wish I knew what it was saying. But I'm not. I don't think. I'm not great at hearing English backwards. This is just gonna activate something. Or it's whatever. Oh. Another cell door. Okay. This is kind of creepy having it be on one monitor in another game with another monitor. Yeah. Another demonic face. That made me jump. I play horror games for some scares, but that. What? Okay. Play leg number 3.
That file wasn't there before. I'm sure of it.
Got it to run. First impressions. A creepy, grainy, pixelated PS2 era style walking sim. The game's unstable, crashed 4 times already. Good thing I sandboxed it. It's throwing out files and then randomly spitting them back out. No credits, no title screen, no save load. It was hard to find. So many fake leads and BS. I would have given up sooner had I not believed that there was some truth to the stories. I finally stumbled on the game almost by accident. Following an anon link to a file dump on an Onion server, I found it amidst cryptically named zip archives, many of them full of unspeakable images. The myth of the game, which I pieced together sifting through volumes of shitposts for bits of truth, suggests that only one copy can exist at a time, and that it allows itself to be found by those whom it selects. There are stories that it was not created by human hands, that it was birthed whole in the filth of the dark web, a digital abomination conceived and formed in the womb of humanity's most depraved impulses. As I spend hours digging into this, the old compulsions are inexorably returning. Dark thoughts, guilt, a desperate craving for alcohol. It's impossible to resist. The symbols on the graffiti are pre-Sumerian, suggesting an ancient entity, perhaps a greater demon. Perhaps most disturbing of all is the notion that it's corrupted. So this is June 24th. This is June 23rd. So it took him a little bit of time, and then he got it working. So all this stuff is like pre-Sumerian, like all the artwork is pre-Sumerian. That's interesting. It adds to the atmosphere, so it's a demon trapped in a flash drive. Weirdly enough, that would be new because, not new in like horror in sense, but another next generation of demon worshipping. Right? All hail, whoever you are. Screw you, man.
What the hell is this?
Are these all people that, like, have played this?
Nick!
Those are all people who have played the game.
I'm pretty sure that was Nick's photo in there. But that makes no sense. I've got to get this game going again.
No, these are all people who've played the game before. And also, you don't press the power button to do that. You power cycle.
Jeez, that scared me. Just the lights. The electrics here are falling apart, like the rest of the building.
You would power cycle it, more than likely. You wouldn't immediately just turn it off and on again.
I can't leave just yet. I need to find Nick.
You need to find Nick. Your brother, who probably has been kidnapped or taken over by a demon. Great job, Maya. Great job. Anyway. I like how it didn't even boot up while we were gone, though. Like, come on. Play line number 5. Getting worse. Growing signs of malevolence. Waking nightmares. Oppressive thoughts. General malaise. An intense craving for self-defilement. Weird sounds from the other room. Voices. Footsteps. Shifting shadows. An hour ago, the webcam turned on by itself and took a picture. I was able to identify the entity from the symbols of the graffiti. Baal Nagin, aka the ill spirit of guilt and grief. Here's the entry from Deacon, perhaps the only demonology wiki with some authenticity. A greater demon from pre-biblical times, first worshipped by the Lagani sect in then Sumeria, requires human sacrifice. Feeds on fatalism, guilt, and grief. Manifests in the recurring nightmares of killers, in the lust-regret cycles of serial sex offenders, in the dying fugue of dead man walking, in the guilt borne by family members of suicide victims, in the PTSD of war survivors, in the haunting dread of good people gone irrecoverably wrong, a vile parasitical being that consumes those who it selects. The simplicity of the game is almost certainly deliberate. The pattern of the symptoms, the piles of refuse and filth, the writings on the scrolls, all of it suggests an invocation ritual. Have I made a terrible mistake? What if I am awakening? No, what am I awakening in the deep dark? The game is trying to corrupt it. Okay, so the first thing that we have to look at is, it openly says, is manifest in the recurring nightmares of killers. And then we see the top end. If you rereading log number 3, it openly says, like, he was feeling, like he wanted to drink. He was feeling dark thoughts, guilt. Well, here it openly says is guilt and grief manifest in the recurring nightmares of killers. He accidentally, in a way, he killed his friend, like accidentally, but he still killed his friend. So of course the demon is gonna love him. He's full of grief. Oh, hi, dude. Are you, do I follow? I guess I follow. What is this? Oh, this is like a altar. That's a scroll. 1 out of 4 collected. Did I accidentally collect a scroll? Am I supposed to collect scrolls? I can't run. Guess maybe I'm just supposed to collect them. Maybe we'll just go in every direction that is offered, and yeah, I guess we're just collecting scrolls at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the ritual will be invocated. 2 out of 4. That looks demented. I think what we're doing right now is invocating the ritual, meaning her brother is going to be sucked in. That was a bit freaky. So, this way now. this is here. Guess we go this way. There's only one direction to go. I'm trying my best to remain stable.
Maya, help me. Please. You have to help me.
Nick?
I'm scared, Maya. It's awful here. Please, help me.
Okay, yeah. Demon takeover.
That was Nick's voice, I'm sure of it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
that-
this PC going again.
That voice was also...
Hello? Is someone there? It's too dark in here. I should get the lights on.
There's more trash, I think. So, for... This photo is different.
That's awful. How could the picture have changed like this?
Uh-oh. Red flags everywhere. And someone's been living here while we've been doing stuff because...
Nobody. Nick. But his face. What is happening to me?
Yeah, I get you. My brain is running. Someone's living here
Gosh, the smell's gotten worse.
because there's more trash, which would typically refer to the idea that either we're living here and it's multiple days are occurring as we play, or something's not right. Number 12. Oh, 25th. I saw Alex today. He was here in the apartment, standing by the far wall. He looked the same as he did when I saw him all those years ago, on a gurney in the morgue the day after the accident. His dead body, cold, his face split open, his eyes wide. Despite his horrific wounds and the odd angle of his neck, he was somehow still alive. He called out to me. He was grinning, but I saw the hatred in his dead eyes. I survived the accident, even though I was the one drunk and driving. He wanted me to follow him. I begged for forgiveness, but I know it's too late for that. There can be no redemption for a man like me. I must go after him. I have no choice. First, I have to call Maya. I have to warn her. Tell her to stay put and not to come looking for me. Because I know Maya. She'll look for me if she doesn't hear from me for too long. She still feels responsible for me, even after all these years. Still blames herself for my failures, even though she shouldn't. If only she knew that she's the last good thing left in my life. The reason I'm alive is because she saved me a million times already. But she can't save me this time. Not from this. And I can't let her get hurt. If she comes here. So, I guess this is the final time we're probably clicking the game. We're going deeper and deeper and deeper, and I feel as if Alex is dead, we know that, but I feel like Nick is dead too. Okay, this is the only doorway with a scroll. So we're gonna do this, and then the other side will open, and then the final top one will open. Weirdly enough, I can imagine this possibly being like the Dread X collection. Because this actually is not bad. Bit freaky. Demon Nick, I mean, but 4 collected. So now it's time for the invocation. Time for the invocation. Let's go do it, I guess. Hi, Buckaroo.
What the hell was that?
Nick, wait! Nick!
That we're this is no longer the apartment.
Nick!
Yeah, this is no longer the apartment. This is, and the photo is that photo is getting bigger. It got worse, and then it's just getting bigger and bigger. Everything is degrading around us. Nick? Nicky boy.
Nick, stop! It's me!
That's not Nick. That's not Nick. I don't know where we are, but I know we're not in Nick's apartment building.
What the hell?
That was the dude who did the ritual. Or this is not safe. Okay, guess we're going downward. Da, 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 da.
Maya, I'm down here. Come quick.
I guess we're gonna continue downward. I'm not feeling so great. My heart rate's going up.
Maya,
I can,
come on.
I can feel
I'm
it.
waiting for you, Maya.
You're not
Where
Nick.
are you? We're all waiting.
You're not Nick. This isn't the apartment building.
You can't save me, Maya. You never could. Even when we were growing up, you couldn't even protect me from myself. The accident, Alex's death, my miserable life, all of it could have been different. If only you'd done what you were supposed to do.
Who are you? What have you done to my brother? Sometime later, I found myself back in the apartment. I couldn't remember how I got there. There was no sign of Nick, or the thing that had looked like him. And his computer would no longer turn on. I did the only thing I could. I filed a missing person report and flew home. It's been 6 months since then. I've tried every possible way to locate him, but there's been no word from him. I keep thinking about the thing I saw at the bottom of those stairs. The thing from inside the game. When it came at me, just before its awful malevolence could engulf me, something, or someone, stepped between us and shielded me. I think that's how I got away. I think it was Nick who saved me.
The end. That was creepy. I was wanting to play just a pure short experience, and pretty good. Got my heart racing at times. But yeah. That was Within by Crux Game Studios, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. I know I just went through it and it was short, but if you want to play this for yourself, it's the site's link is in the description. Yeah. Okay, maybe I need to play. I think the horror and the whole horror genre is getting to me. I need to play something cheery, because otherwise, if I don't, I'm just gonna go insane. Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.